You're in my world now. Welcome. We're back from not having anything last week. Kind of a lousy week for me. Busy at work, and anytime I tried to record anything, either lacked the motivation or, in this case, the game just closed on me in the middle of doing everything. So I kind of lost what I was doing, but I did learn a few things to help speed the process along when we hop in here. Basically, once it loads, I can show you kind of an idea I've got for expanding the city. Obviously, we're almost out of residential space, and we have plenty of industrial space. As far as commercial goes, we're pretty much almost out of that as well. If you look here, we're not really seeing much of a demand for it. Residential is pretty much the big demand right now, so we're gonna kind of build and satisfy that some more. And what I'm going to do is, as I've discovered, you cannot put anything along these roads here. You basically have to replace this with this, which unfortunately, I mean, it's good that there's going to be a sidewalk, but I also don't like that there's got to be a sidewalk, because outside of the city, don't want a sidewalk, but there's nothing I can really do about it. So we'll just make do and, just use your imaginations. But yeah, we're going to put a road over here going up this way. Whoa, bit of a lag delay there. And we're going to swing the road up this way. The road's basically going to be the connection up here. And we're going to put some more residential. This is where the first outside of city limits area is going to be. And we'll get a little bit more over here and down this way, inside city limits kind of thing. You'll see. I'll just go ahead and get this done, and then I will show you the layout as soon as we're back. And we're back, and if you've noticed, I've done a few changes. The streets inside the city are now asphalt instead of, well, this, as well as I've got a dirt road out here. So I'm using multiple different street textures just to make things look a little bit more realistic. At least is what my hope is. Probably on my next big city that I work on, I'm not going to go with such a free flow design. Might go with more of a grid design just because coming up with street names is going to be a pain because a lot of these are just like short spurs. It's not really a city so much as this is the city and these are a bunch of neighborhoods and the city boundaries are just including them. And this is going to be the high wealth area, guaranteed medium wealth, hopefully. We've got all this low wealth. By the way, this is outside of city limits. I've deemed city limits to be somewhere in the vicinity of here. And over here, it's right here at this line. Kind of swing around and grab these houses up to here. And then you're outside of city limits. And I've decided to go ahead and, for coverage of a wider area without putting a lot of these buildings down, decided to go ahead and use these, which came with, well, it's pretty much is the fix for the wider coverage area that I'm looking for. Because police coverage is one of these things is huge. And fire coverage, same deal. I mean, I'm doubling up on the city fire coverage, but I mean, I'm not worried. I'll take that just for a little bit more realism, because this is more designed to focus on the out of the city area, and I'll probably tear it down and move it out this way where I would not have coverage over here. Same for that one, except seems to have a bigger radius. The schools, however, must be the schools themselves. Local branch library. I think I'll pass on that for now. As far as the medical needs go, well, the doctor's office is perfect. As far as anything else goes, yeah, this is where I put the elementary school. It'll cover the city. It actually, if you noticed, did not cover the entirety of the area, which is deliberate. It's mostly meant for the city and kind of stretching outward a little bit, and maybe I'll build another elementary school up out here, maybe another one over there. Those are more designed for further out, and I can tweak the school bus boundaries. Also, if you've been paying just enough attention, you noticed I moved the road up here, but did not yet connect it to neighbor. That's because I don't want that to really influence anything yet, although what really would it have a point not to go ahead and connect to neighbor now that I mean, boom, SimNation, because next city's up there. I've already got a connection over here, and I've got nothing built there yet. But now is the time where we watch the city. Oh, by the way, this guy's so lonesome over here. We need a couple of power lines just so that he's not living in the Stone Age. But yeah, let's go ahead and watch the city grow. So I'm sure you've noticed the pop-up. Our schools are well over capacity. So well, bus funding. Actually, I can trim that in a little bit to right there. Well, actually I can trim it in just a hair more. There we go. But we definitely need to trim this down. We've got 74 students. So we're going to leave room for 140, roughly doubling up. And let's resume. I was kind of afraid of that. Trying to get medium wealth into certain areas, it's not quite working. I have a theory on what will work. But alas, we've got... Looks like... Yeah, I hate that. I'm afraid I'm going to have to bulldoze those for you. Let me make a couple changes and I'll be right back. I've hopefully made it so these zones are more attractive for high wealth, making them like medium wealth by making them 3 deep and 2 wide. High wealth by making them 4 deep. I do not know how this will play out. Hopefully it works. Of course, they're going to be idiots about it. We're going to try something else. We're going to force it so that high wealth has to go to those slots so that these slots can get occupied by medium wealth, and we'll bulldoze anything that isn't medium wealth. That seems to be about the only thing that's going to work. That's one of the things I don't like, is how you can want something to be for a specific wealth, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's what moves in. It's annoying. Oh well. Oh, and this is also annoying here now. I'll figure it out later. hate it when this happens. But since it happens, then this is why I want to go through and make everything historical so that I can't get stuff popping up and replacing other stuff like that. So between recordings, that worked. That is ridiculous how that worked. Medium wealth and one by one plots. That I was expecting low wealth, not medium. Well, as the sun sets and yeah, small wood house. That guy is not going anywhere. That's perfect. That is exactly what I want back there. I should have just done a one by one plot for that guy, but I mean, he's pretty much got the forest. This is his road. This other people he's letting move in. Well, as it turns night on the city, we're going to. Oh, let's check the school. We're reaching capacity. We need to up it to 170 now. As for everything else, we'll call it for now. I'm going to go through and make historical various spots, if not, well, probably everything. Because try and figure out the style I want and then let things tear down and rebuild as needed to get there. What is amazing is this. Those are going to probably just be historical because they're one by one medium wealth. You can do that. And I'm probably going to start planning for that in the future. But for now, thank you for watching. Don't forget to check the description below, even on the forums, and especially in the forums for all the extra bonus stuff. Selah.